Howdy and welcome to my channel. So, you want to start journaling. It's a really good hobby, habit, ritual. What would it even be? I don't know. Because there's something about a blank page, a sentence just needing to be written, just irks, you know? Inspiring, huh? Maybe? I know it sounds dramatic. How deep could it be? Journaling has got me through a ton in my life. The reason why I started journaling was because I had a concussion in 8th grade. My neurologist said, hey, you should probably document when you have headaches, what your symptoms of like, to pinpoint what may cause headaches, what makes them worse, things like that. And I was like, oh, easy money. I can do that, no problem. And my mom bought me a little journal that was probably like this big, lime green, the most atrocious lime green color that you could find. And I started my journaling journey. It developed into a habit that I still do now that completely changed my life. Now, when I started journaling, I did not just start writing pages and pages of beautiful script, just like the founding fathers, okay? Look, I just did simple bulleted lists, okay? I said, I woke up blank, I ate blank, I did blank, I went to bed at blank. Like literally, it was the most mundane thing ever. Then it kind of evolved into me writing sentences, and then those sentences became paragraphs, and those paragraphs became pages, and then those pages became many pages. Like I would stay up for like an hour or two a night and just write and write and write. Became a very ritualistic thing for me every single night to do. And I learned a lot from it. Recently, I haven't been doing super well at it just because I've gone through a lot of things in my life. I found myself kind of missing that habit that I had before bed of just writing about my day and talking as if I was with someone and just getting it all out on paper, and it just helped me feel way more at peace, and I could go to sleep so much easier. Recently in my life, with all these things that were happening, I wasn't doing that, and I was staying up late and staring at the ceiling being like, all these random things that I said in 2012 that were super cringy that I bet nobody else remembers, I'm worrying about them. Why? Why am I doing that? Now I am back into it, I'm back at it, I'm back into this habit, and I want to share with you guys what I've learned and how you guys can get into it as well, because I believe everybody should do some kind of journaling every single day. It doesn't have to be an extensive, pages long, hours long endeavor. It could be super simple, and I want to help you achieve that. So most of my life has evolved to going digital. I have an iPad where I do most of my schoolwork. Naturally, my journaling habits just kind of went along with it, and I have a notebook on there that I have solely for journaling about my personal life. And I can bring it along with me wherever I am. So, you know, it's 3 a.m. and I'm breaking down in a university library because of a test. I can pull open my notebook and write it all down and have some kind of peace. I like it being digital, but paper, honestly, 100% fine. Like I still have a journal that I use that is paper. Other times I would write in a traditional way that you would, but just on a screen. But sometimes if I don't physically write on the screen, if I'm just too tired or I'm out and don't have my iPad, open up a note on my phone and just type a note. Something super simple. A good way to start, maybe you just write a little note in bed before you snooze out for the night. Sometimes that actually gets me excited about writing. I'll end up write it on my iPad if I want. I also use an app called Dailyo. It looks like this. It's mainly used to track like moods and different things you did throughout the day. But I have been using the note feature on there a lot to kind of just jot down a few things about my day. That also helps as well if I don't want to write out paragraphs and paragraphs about everything. So maybe just start with an app or just quick little note on your phone every night, and maybe that'll kickstart this whole journaling thing for you, because if you try to jump in writing paragraphs and paragraphs every single night, you are going to get burned out. Start small and build your way up, and you'll preserve the love of journaling, I'm sure. Biggest tip, try not to be too hard on yourself about consistency and all of that. I was super hard on myself at first because I was like, oh, if I don't get this in, I'm never gonna know what I felt like and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't have to be pages and pages, but write down something. Also, I'm just gonna throw in there, consistency is what gets you to establish a habit. So the more consistent that you are, the better off you are in getting that habit to stick. Being stagnant isn't gonna help that habit develop. So be as consistent as possible as you can, but don't be too hard on yourself if you miss a day or two. We're human, it's okay. But just remember, that's how habits start. There are 3 major areas of my life that I have gained from with journaling. Mechanically, personally, and spiritually. Let me explain what I mean by mechanically. Simply put, I got better at writing. My grammar skills, syntax, word choice, all of that. I was writing more. Practice makes perfect for anything. The more you write, the more you're gonna get better at those rules and know how to recognize them and know how to use them. I also learned how to find my writer's voice. And what I mean by that is finding your unique style of writing. As you write more in your spare time and you lose the formality of what they teach you in institutionalized education, you get to develop your own voice, how you speak through your writing. You get to express yourself. And you find that by not writing academic papers, but writing stuff that you actually like and can pour your emotions into. You learn that a good writer can adapt themselves to both an academic setting and a personal setting, because if you're writing a paper about Shakespeare for your English teacher, they're not gonna quite enjoy the sarcastic tones and the slang used, but your best friend might if you're sending a text message or making a funny TikTok. Like, people will enjoy that in a social setting, but in an academic setting, it's a little bit different. So the more you write, the more you're able to recognize those environments, and you'll be a more dynamic writer because of that. Lastly, about mechanically, my handwriting got so much better. Oh my gosh. Writing every single day, slowly and meticulously, really helped my handwriting, because I wasn't just sloppily writing everything down and then shutting it and going to bed. I was really focusing on making my writing legible and inherently actually working on my handwriting. And I didn't download templates offline or copy someone else's. I was able to develop my own handwriting and make it clear and legible. And I think it looks pretty. Second thing was, how did this help me grow personally? It was really important when I started journaling that I wanted to focus on my health. That was the main reason that I started journaling and was so consistent with it, because I was persistent about my health being a priority. And it just kind of migrated into my routine. So I was a swimmer in high school and practice was at 5:30 a.m. So I would start to wind down for bed at around 8 p.m. and I would do my skincare. I would put on some soothing, relaxing music, or maybe watch some ASMR on YouTube. With the journaling, it kind of just slipped in there. Like right before I fell asleep, I would just write a little bit with a little lamp on, close it, and then go to sleep. And I was able to fall asleep pretty fast. This routine was every single night for 4 years. And my body just got used to it, and it knew, oh my gosh, it was time to journal. I would feel myself relax and just get ready for bed, ready for my body to rest and to sleep and to have peace. I put so much pressure on myself in high school, especially with athletics, academics, even my art. I just needed that time, that separate time from my busy day to just unwind and to relax. And journaling was a relaxing time for me. I found myself becoming more relaxed because I would just write out all my anxieties and all these things and be like, hey, this is what I did today at school, but this kind of bothered me and I've been thinking about this, but just kind of like venting to a friend. Even sometimes when I didn't write every night, this kickstarted a really healthy habit for me, and even if I didn't journal, I would wind down and just feel super relaxed, do my skincare, and just knew that I was setting up my body for rest. something that every single human being needs. Journaling is my outlet. It's somewhere where I feel safe and can put my time and my energy and creativeness into, and just know that I can store my emotions there effectively and just get it out on a paper and not have it all up in my head. And it's been such a great relief to have that. It truly has helped me be more at peace with myself, and when I slid it into my routine, definitely helped me be more relaxed, and it kickstarted my healthy habit of just prioritizing sleep and looking after myself. Lastly, journaling has vastly improved my spirituality. That's simply because journaling encouraged me to write more and to use writing as an outlet. With my spiritual journey, I used writing to worship God and to talk to God. So I would write letters to God. I would begin to write out my prayers, write out prayer requests. I started a prayer wall and a prayer journal that I never would have done if I didn't have that continued exposure to writing every single day and found my absolute love and joy in it. Also made just studying the word a lot easier, even though I'm still not perfect at doing that every day either. I find this joy in sitting down and writing about him, with him, studying his word. That all stemmed because of this habit. Maybe you're not a spiritual person, but the first two reasons alone should be a huge indicator that journaling should be something that everyone should incorporate. But definitely, if you're looking for growing your writing skills and just growing personally in any way that you can, I highly suggest it. Okay, so how do I start journaling? Like, this is all great. Yay, you've been doing it for 5 years. It's probably really easy for you, right? I mean, no comment. Let me give you a few practical ways to start your journaling journey and stick with it. First thing I would do, grab a journal or grab your phone. Either or. With your phone, you can start with downloading an app like Dailyo, like I've talked about a little bit. Just quickly clicking on icons and getting all of your daily activities in every single day takes 5 seconds. That might be where you start first. You can also open up your notes app and just make a bullet list real quick of all the things you did today. Or you can start getting in the journal. Of course, you gotta open to a brand new page. And what I would do first is I would date the page, and then I would make first, as you're starting out, a bulleted list. Bulleted list can be as short or as long as you want. It can include whatever you want, just about what you did during your day. And I always in my journaling write one good thing that happened and something I am thankful for the day. Because I always try to end my day on a good, positive note, even if I'm journaling about something terrible that happened to me or something I'm super fearful of. I try to end my night on something good. So include that as well. After writing pretty much daily, turn your bulleted list into sentences. Morph those sentences into a little paragraph, then turn that little paragraph into a bigger paragraph, and then turn that paragraph into a page. I try to do at least a page a day. Might be out of reach for some people, but it's really as simple as putting pen to paper and just getting out your thoughts. The hardest thing about it is consistency and doing it as often as you can. This happened for me 5 years in the making, but I've had so many journals and they're all filled with amazing memories. So I hope that this encourages you to start journaling, pick up that pen and that paper, and to document really awesome times in your life, or to have it as an outlet to get your emotions out, all that frustration, all that happiness, all those anxieties, all those worries of everyday life, and the life that we live right now. It's a great way to just get it all out and to feel a lot better and to snooze better at night. Anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video and you gained something from it. I'm no motivational speaker, productivity, cinematography YouTuber, but this is my experience with journaling and I highly recommend it to anyone who wants to start it. It is something that I value greatly, have caused me to grow and to develop my own sense of self. Is that even a thing? Is that even a phrase? And also just to get better at writing. Hope to catch you guys back here Saturday, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Never forget that you are loved, beautiful, and worthy. Bye guys!